It's Thursday, which means we're thinking like entrepreneurs, and today we're going to talk about the myth that the customer is always right and why I don't believe that's true at all. Hey everyone, welcome to Think Like an Entrepreneur Thursday, where we discuss the mindset shift of going from an employee to an entrepreneur. I'm Erin Smith. I'm the owner and founder of the Starters Club and author of the best-selling book, Master the Start. Today I want to talk about an extremely important concept as you're entering entrepreneurship and venturing into scaling your business and building it, and that's the myth that everybody tries to push down your throat that the customer is always right. I'm going to tell you why I think that's wrong, because as you're hiring and as you're building a team, what the most important asset to your business is, and the most important thing that you need to understand, is your employees are number one. And they're the ones who drive everything in your business, right? They're the ones who help you scale. They're the ones who touch the customer as you grow. And so you really need to make sure, as an employer, that you take care of them. Now, let it be known that I'm not saying the employee is always right, okay? There are circumstances in both where you have to be very careful. But one of the things that I did when I started my first business, it was really important to me that money wasn't everything, right? So I had come from a situation in corporate America where we were put into this insanely difficult situation. It was a completely no-win because my employer wanted money. And it was simple. They didn't care about us. They didn't care about the situation that they were putting us in. There was one girl who had blood pressure so high while she was pregnant, she had to be taken off the project because she was in a danger zone of blood pressure. True story. And they just didn't care. And so when I started my business, I vowed, you know what, I will never make my employees feel that they have to be put in a bad situation just so I can make a dime. And I think it's really, really important that your employees, as you start to build, whether it's 1, 100, 1,000, that they know that you as the owner of the company have their back. I think it's crucial. So I had a situation, several situations when I started my first business where I had to hire or fire customers because they were treating my employees like crap. And if I wasn't willing to go into that situation and be treated like crap, there was no way I was going to ask my employees to do the same thing for me. There was no amount of money worth anyone making another person feel bad about themselves. So it's a very, very important concept. And as you're starting to hire, think about how you're going to treat these people. Do they know you are going to take care of them no matter what kind of money comes down the line? Now, if they're doing something where they're, killing your trust or doing something deceitful, etc., that is a different completely story. I am talking about the employees who care about you, who do well for you, who treat your customers amazing, and they are first and foremost the everything to your company. Like, they're the ones who make you money. They're the ones who, build these relationships, and you have to make sure that if a customer in a certain situation is wrong, that you make the right choices in how you handle that. So be very careful of this concept. I know you coming from corporate America, you may have a story or two about how you had to kind of just take something that you really shouldn't have been treated that way. No other human being should ever treat someone else that way, but you had to take it because it was for the bottom line of a company. And really be careful if that's going to be the motto of your company and how you expect your employees to be treated. So the customer is not always right. And again, use this as there's definitely going to be some gray area, okay? So proceed with caution. But make sure as you grow and as you build and as you start down this venture, you understand all money is not created equal, and what is worth a dime to you. I just got to a point where I'm like, I will never let another human being treat another human being this way, especially on my watch. And if you get to a point where your employees, you take care of them, they're going to take massive care of you. You don't want to get in a situation where employees are leaving your company constantly because it's going to cost you so much money. And happy employees are going to equal happy customers, and it's up to you to make sure that happens. So I would love to hear from you if you have any great stories of how you were able to take care of your employees, pat them on the back, treat them well. I'd love to hear from you. Or if you have specific questions about how you hire or things that you can do just to make sure your employees know they're appreciated, post below. We'd love to hear from you. And we'll see you next Thursday. And as always, this is Erin Smith, where I believe everyone's got it in them to start a business. You just got to get started.